We are up and live. Shalom, everyone. Shalom, shalom. Once my audio is coming through, please let me know if you can hear me nice and clear. Let's see. Waiting for the chat. There's Cody from Sojourn Gear right there. We just got done doing jujitsu. They just put the mats up. Had a nice, interesting day. That's Ren. If you call up and order anything from Refuge Medical, he usually sends you a nice little video telling you what you ordered and all of that stuff. Then he throws it in a box. Then the doctor kicks it out the door to UPS or one of those other companies that take care of everything. Shalom, man. Oh, there, look, the count is on camera. That's a rare sighting. There's the count. Yes. David Stump, one of the trainers at Refuge Training. Everyone's making an appearance today. Shalom, everyone. Green Eggs and Sam. Thank you. Hope everyone is doing well. Shalom, y'all. Take care. See you on Wednesday. Hey, Nathan P. Shalom. Vic Cass, what's up? Shalom from Wisconsin. Stacy Cape, shalom. Hope everyone is doing good. Got 31 people in the building right now. And, well, I mean, on YouTube, everyone's cleared out after jujitsu. Well, grappling, because we're not wearing the pajamas. No gi. It's not gi day today. I'm at work with a bad signal. Oh, man. Well, you can always watch it back. It'll be up here forever, or at least until my channel gets banned. And hopefully that doesn't happen. Yeah, word out. Yeah, a little something like that. For quite a few, it was their first time today. Cody has been here consistently, but it was a few. Oh, my son football. He started training with me since he got out here from the Communist Republic of New Jersey, and now he's doing good out here on the mats. But so we could get things moving. It's almost 40 people from Punisher Dudley to Pastor Dudley. Yes. Oh, yeah. It has been uh, quite a bit of recovery since Texas. Getting things back right on a homestead. My wife did the best that she could, holding things down. But there was a lot of work that needed to get done. It had to get the puppies back in line. The chickens were still doing their thing. Had to do some updates and upgrades to the solar system. Shalom from California. What's going on, Matt? But let's talk to the father. Well, wait, what time is it? Oh, we still got 2 minutes. Let's give everyone some time. More people from California. See, give more people some time to get on here. When we got 42, gonna let it go to 1905 before we talk to the father. Yeah, yep. My van is, oh, well, I didn't even bring my van, but my van is packed with stuff that I had in Bubbles, and Bubbles was packed with stuff. Cali born and raised. Oh, hopefully North Cali. The same with me, Palmetto paratrooper. Went out there to pick up a van that, well, bus that was donated, and it was propane. It was a propane only, and that was an adventure going through the desert with no air conditioning in a propane vehicle, and there was no propane fuel stations, so that sucked. Blank spot. Shalom. How are you? One more minute till we get started. Well, says we've been live for 5 minutes, and it's 19:05 here. Well, let's talk to the Father. Yah, please grant me the serenity of my preparation for this message. Let my words, let your words speak through me so that I can share your message with those that need to hear it. This we are grateful for. Amen. Shalom and howdy, Barrington. Well, I always get the fun ones, and this one is about sexual immorality or immorality in general. Uh, Wanted to point out that your body is your temple. So if you feed it crap, you will produce crap or not produce anything because your mind is so lost in the race of trying to understand what it is that you need to do. So we're going to start in Numbers 25:1 because we got to start in the Torah where the law is. And Israel dwelt in Shittim, and people began to whore with the daughters of Moab, as Bear used to say, where the Jeeps come from. Uh, you can you can lose everything, as we all know from what happened with Samson. You If you're going to be a Nazarite, you have to stand strong and not give your weaknesses up to any woman, or not even to any woman, to any desire that you have, because if you don't have any control over yourself, you will fall for anything. In 1 Corinthians, flee whoring, every sin that a man does outside the body, but he who commits whoring sins against his own body. Or do you not know that your body is a dwelling place of the set apart spirit who is in you, which you have from Elohim, and you are not your own? You are the Father's temple, because there are no temples. The temple is within you. If you went to a place of worship and there was trash all over the place, if it wasn't kept up, how would you respect the people that were in charge of it? So how can you be respected by the Father if you put trash within yourself, whether it's food, whether it's what you're watching, whether it is your thoughts? If you keep that inside yourself, it's going to be a rough life and a rough time for you. There are quite a few people that have, I wouldn't say fallen, but have been led astray because of the makeup of man, being a man. And your eyes will wander. It will wander for uh, your lust for women, your lust for better finances, your lust for things that you feel as though that you need to conquer. That's not always what needs to happen. You don't always need to conquer something except for yourself. If you can conquer yourself, now it's starting to sound like a self-help type talk. But if you can conquer yourself, you can conquer anything. The Father has given you with the word of what it is that you need to do so that you can better yourself. You can stay on that narrow path and not fall for any temptation, and then you will get to sit right beside him once your time is up on this existence. For this desire, this is First Thessalonians 4:3. For this is the desire of Elohim, your set apartness, that you should abstain from whoring. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like, there the choir of angels had directives of what it is that they could do and what they couldn't do. And once they started to go astray, and some of them that were cast out, they decided to teach these immoral practices to humans. They went down, taught humans how to whore, taught humans how to war, taught humans how to deceive, how to lie, cheat, and steal. And then that led everyone astray time and time again. Every time the father would try and clean up this mess, whether it was from fire, from flood, or anything else that he did, trying to purify these bloodlines that he has created in his image, people still find a way that what do they call that reptile brain will still lead you astray, just like if you have animals. Your animals have animal instincts. How they communicate is very strange to me. Well, it's not understood because they're not using a language, or a language that we can understand. But when their body goes through certain changes, or they have their hormonal cycle, that hormonal cycle will get them to want to procreate. That hormonal cycle will get them in a rage because they don't know what's going on. They don't understand what's going on, and they will fight, but they don't know why they're fighting. Why am I fighting over this female? Well, you are meant to procreate, and in the eyes of the father, but the way you go about doing that, there is a process that the father has laid out for you, so that you're not out there whoring. You're not just going on a conquering rampage, spreading your seed, or just trying to have immoral pleasures, just like homosexuality. Those immoral pleasures will damn you in the eyes of the Father, because you are not doing what the Father has created you to do. Some people will say that, oh, yes, well, God made me this way. No, he didn't. You chose to do that. Uh, the Father has given you the opportunity to make your own choices and decisions in life. And one of those choices is to follow the Father now that he has laid out the pathway to him. Let's see, going into Galatians 5:16 through 21. And I say, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not accomplish the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusts against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. And these are opposed to each other, so that you do not do what you desire to do. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the Torah. And the works of the flesh are well known, which these: adultery, whoring, uncleanliness, indecency, idolatry, drug, sorcery, hatred, quarrels, jealousies, fits of rage, selfish ambitions, dissensions, factions, envy, murder, drunkenness, wild parties, and the like, of which I forewarn you, even as I also said before, those who practice such these shall not inherit the reign of Elohim. So if you want to be a wild child, go right ahead. But in the end, you're going to answer to that, and you will not be accepted into those gates. The Father will turn away from you. Yeshua said, I do not know you, because you have abandoned the Father's word. Let's say you did not know anything about the Father, but then once you did know, once you did learn, once you were graced with the presence of the Father, and you still turned your back, that's terrible, because the Father will judge you for that. If you were cursed and generation upon generation upon generation turned their back on the Father and then went whoring with Babylon, whatever you want Babylon to be, not just a place somewhere in the world, but Babylon in your heart. If you can't look yourself in the mirror and say that you're doing good, there's a problem. You need to do some self correction about where your life path is going. That's that's something that a lot of people can't do. They'll try and forget what it was that they did and push it back, but that beast is still deep inside you, just waiting for that second and that moment to come out, because you still haven't said yes to appreciating the Father, saying yes to the Father's word, reading daily, understanding and seeking the Father's face by repenting. If you're not doing that, what are you doing in life? Like, are you just out there trying to bust a nut? Or are you trying to get eternal gratification through the Father? Like, what are you doing? We already went over this from Leviticus 18:22. They started this early on in the book. Do not lie with a male as with a woman. It's an abomination. And what do we do to abominations? We eradicate them. How does this stuff happen? Why is the indoctrination in the world going on how it is? How is this stuff being accepted? It's getting pushed more and more, getting us pushed, making us seem radical because we're trying to do the Father's work. But no, governments are saying, "Oh, you can do this. You can love who you want." Until the Father comes back and figures out another way to wipe the slate clean. He's given us the opportunity to purify ourselves before he has to do that again. Why are we waiting? Why are we not sharing his good news? Why are we not standing up like a man of Yah should and telling people you're doing wrong, instead of turning your head and just say, I don't want to deal with that. Like, no. No. They need to know and understand. Show history of what happened to those that were doing this. Like, it's written. There are history lessons every time the world has gone down this path and what the Father has done. Hit that reset button. Some of you are as old as me or had that store Staples. There was an easy button. He knows how to hit it. You don't want that. You don't want that. That was easy. And then what? That clears out all of these bloodlines, trying to purify again and start over from day one. I want to be counted in the number that makes it with the Father. I'm doing all that I can. I had shortcomings through my childhood from a lack of direction. Yes, I grew up in a church. I was a church boy. I even I dabbled into becoming a minister. But I was in church every Sunday. I was in church multiple times during the week. But the second that I had a free moment, I was trying to get into bed with a female on church trips, doing things like that. I was the whore. It wasn't the female. I am in control of that situation. I needed to take responsibility for myself, and that continued on. I then realized that I needed to purify myself. But I was looking at Christianity. Christianity was allowing all of this stuff. So I backed away from Christianity. I wore the hat of an agnostic. I used the term atheist to make it easier to explain to people that no, they, I can't say that I'm a part of that if I'm trying to go on this better pathway, because if I am following the church is leading me astray and allowing me to go astray, because that's just what you do. There are plenty of pastors that I came up with that are doing their dirt in their churches. They they got this one pregnant, that one pregnant. Some of them are down low doing all types of crazy stuff. So, let me get back on track. Started going down a rabbit hole. Actually, well, yeah, I did talk about youthful lust because I had that. I had to clear that up. In closing, fear Yah, he will deliver you. And it's not a fear of like, oh no, I'm going to get a beating or I'm going to be in trouble. Look at your eternal life. You have the opportunity to be that light for yourself and be that light for your children or all the people that you come in contact with. How are you changing people's lives? But can you change people's lives if you don't know the word? Like, what are you doing? There's there is no way that you can think that you're helping someone if you are a pile of trash inside. If you have those immoral thoughts, if you have those impurities inside yourself, if you can't keep your head up high and not look at every female saying, "Oh, I wonder." Look at every car going down the street like, "Oh, I wish I had that." Look at every appliance, every house. Oh, I wish I had that. Those are sins too, because you're lusting after stuff. Be happy. When was the last time you said thank you to the Father? Thank you to the Father for that last breath that you took. Thank you to the Father for not getting in that car accident. What car accident? The one that you didn't get in. When is the last time you said thank you? Start there. Because if you don't start there, oh, thank you. You heading out?
I
Love
followed the light stream.
Yeah. All right, that's my son football. He's about to head out. Um, oh, that's that's another thing. Like, if you are not that example for your children, who is going to be that example? Who, who's going to take those reins and guide them? Are you going to let the TV do it? Are you going to let the internet do it? Are you are you going to just not care? Like, oh, well, they're old enough. Just let them go on and do their own thing. You can't do that. The Father doesn't want you to do that. The Father gave you a guidebook on what to do. So, If you don't, that's on you. And you'll be judged for that because you had the opportunity. If you can hear my voice right now, you have the opportunity to change your life. Even if your life ends within the next few minutes, you can apologize to the Father. You can pray to Him and beg for forgiveness. Do that every day and say thank you to the Father. He'll appreciate it. And then all those blessings will rain in on you. So that's it from my message. That's right. You got to turn. Let me see if there was anything in the comment section that I needed to address. Barrington said Romans 1:26, for this cause God gave them unto vile affections, for their women did not change natural use into which is against nature. Autodidact, I say thank you every morning, JA. Because of you, you started that habit for me. That is awesome. Buckshot Canuck, one of the most powerful things you can have is a heart of thanksgiving. It's powerful, a powerful starting point. Uh, you may not like how it is brought to you, but it will bring immeasurable blessings. Yes. Tato, shalom. Crazy Canuck in the building. Well, scroll down. Sanctified Supply Co. For once, I don't have on a Sanctified shirt. How dare I not have on a Sanctified Supply Co. shirt? Well, that's it for me. I'm sweaty from grappling, and well, I didn't get the role today. I was teaching most of the day, and I need to get home to my family. And the whole way there, just give thanks because you never know what can happen. You never know when your time is up. Stay strapped or get clapped. And that's meaning the word. The word is a weapon. In the beginning was the word. In the end, the word is going to come out of Yeshua's mouth like a sword. So imagine that. Spitting hot fire that's going to tear you to pieces because you had the opportunity now to read the word, but you didn't. Now, once he's spitting that fire at you, and there's nothing you can do, that that word is going to chop you to pieces. Well, that's it for me. Shalom, everyone.